You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio, where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
The darkness.
We're going to take him to the Ave. We're going to take him to Coliseum.
When you come back to New York, we take you to the Ave, man. Show you around.
Y'all got a Timberland store, too. Y'all got a Timberland store, too. Y'all Timberland store is crazy, though.
Yeah, so the
What store?
The Timberland store. Y'all got all
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, setting it off, man. Pop, man, talk about the rap report, man, the versus battle with Fabolous and Jadakiss, man. I got my opinions on it, but I want you to talk about it. You know what I mean?
All right. First off, we all know that the versus was last week. Not last week, Monday. And, we had Fab versus Jadakiss. Now, notice when they put the whole flyer out, it was a New York jersey because we already know this is a New York battle. Mm-hmm. And not only that, the fact that Fab and Jada already got an album out together.
Yeah. Jason.
Right. So it's like, you gotta really, you're like, wow, I'm thinking it's gonna be really, 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 really out there. A lot of people wasn't feeling the vibe. They was like, yo, you know what? I'm not feeling it.
And I was one of them.
I don't know why though. When they two one of my favorite, they both my favorite artists. Who was you rooting for?
Let me tell you something, man. I was rooting for Jada when I heard it. When I first seen it,
really?
I was rooting for Jada, but I knew that to me, I think that Fab would have won. Because Fab had more hits, more commercial success, and Fab is underrated as an MC. Anthony, would you agree with that?
It's for me, this is me. I grew up on Jada. I'll be honest with you. I grew up on Jada.
Let's go.
I grew up on Jada. Jada's my guy. He's one of my favorite rappers ever, probably. He's one of my favorite rappers ever. So I missed that. I'm vexed I missed that as well. But if I knew about it, I would have been with Jada all day.
Wow. Hey, listen. Lions in the camp.
But all jokes aside, what do you think about that outfit Jada had on, though?
Oh, my God.
You know what?
Jada didn't look crazy. He had that yellow outfit. He was saucy.
Look crazy.
He had all that Hennessy in the system looking crazy.
He's drinking that Douce. He was feeling good, man.
I got to say this, though. When it comes down to it, we all know the artists that we dealing with. They both have lengthy track records.
Yeah.
Like you said, Fabolous does have more appealing hits as far as like mainstream hits, but we all know that you can't put Kiss.
Nah, you can't.
Jada is going. I'm telling you can't put him up against nobody. It's
He's
something
a lyricist.
in him.
What does Fab rap about mainly? His clothes. Cars. Jada is more versatile. Jada's more versatile, so he knew he was going to get slaughtered.
No,
Jada's more versatile. He's a better MC.
Now, I'm gonna tell you this.
He might slightly be the better lyrically wise. I think he's a better MC, but versatile, no. Fab raps about his main successes. He raps about his clothes. He's a punchline rapper. He raps about his women. He makes good songs.
He knows his audience.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
He makes good songs. Jada don't make good songs. Songs is a big key to longevity.
We gotta ask Yarde, man.
Yeah,
if he's getting ready to start, sparring or whatever, he start training. What you gonna bump, Fabolous, or you gonna bump Jadakiss?
You know what it is, yeah? Look, Fabolous is more, again, commercial. He made more commercial hits. He may have made, more money from music. But when it comes to rapping, and lyrics and Jadakiss is my guy. Jadakiss is my guy. Man in the Mirror, that album touched my soul. A Man in the Mirror, that album touched my soul.
Wow.
I'm telling
you.
You
Know what I'm saying?
And you know what it is with Jada, and this is what you mean by like a topic rapper. Like, I've heard Jadakiss talk about running from the police, and it just made so much sense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
when he said, my Tim start feeling like they Nike Airs on me.
Hey, listen, man.
That Run remix was epic. Like I was like in 10th or 9th grade
That's
when
what
that came
saying.
out. Like,
That's what I'm saying. So when it comes down to it, you can't be out here picking Fabolous over Jadakiss. No way.
Jada's the best, bro. He's the best.
Fab been on the same topics and the same lyrics since like 2004. Like,
so it's Jada.
No, you can't say
rap.
that.
But it's the way that Jada portrays his rap that makes him look. 19 in the mid 90s. Both of them got longevity. Both of them been out a while.
You
So
can't
I'll
say
give them kudos for that.
sorry to cut you off. You can't say Jadakiss is not versatile because he had them shiny suits on when he was with Puffy, and he made all them dance joints and all of that, so he could keep it street and he could go commercial.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying.
Honey remix.
Yeah,
that was Puff. Puff said, "Y'all, I don't want y'all. Y'all gonna be mixtape rappers. I don't want that."
Hey, Yarde, what's going on, man? Did you ever hear that? You ever heard that Reebok commercial that Jadakiss did? Do y'all remember that? He did it for Allen Iverson.
Hold on. We can't ask him about no other brands.
Oh,
he got that Adidas on right now.
We're gonna leave that alone.
Adidas, bro.
He got Adidas on. He be shadow boxing and shell toes. Word. Nah, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I gotta say, man, Kiss. When it comes down to it, yeah, Kiss was a little lit when he was in there too. He had a couple. He had a bottle in his hand. He was having a good time.
Yeah.
I think ultimately, Kiss won that battle just because people know that deep down he's the better MC. I don't know. Y'all tell me
Fab
what
was
y'all
sitting in that corner like he knew it was over.
with ski pants on.
Yeah, Jade is my guy, man.
Go to Fab's mixtape catalog. So they, that's sort to me made the difference. Because I like mixtape Fab better than I like regular.
Let me ask you a question. When was the last time Fab had an album?
Freddie versus Jason.
Yeah, Freddie versus for both of them.
No, a solo album. When was the last time Fab?
Okay, he
Fab
did
had
the
an album?
soul tape. Let me tell you, the soul tapes are underrated though.
I like the soul tape.
The soul tapes
It's a
are
mixtape.
underrated.
It's a mixtape though.
Yeah.
It's not an album. It's not an album.
Well, I tell you what, we're gonna have a playlist on Bars and Hoops Radio. Mr. Yarde, I hope you tune into that. It's gonna be tremendous.
Come on, let me know I'm there. I'm listening.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. But you know what though? We're gonna switch it a little bit because there was a couple things that was going on in that battle. You had when Jadakiss and Fabolous had finished their verses, said Jadakiss told Swiss and Timbaland to keep it for the culture and not for the money. Do you agree with that statement?
Yep.
Or should Timbaland and Swiss make money from the movement? Anthony Yarde, what you think of that?
Again, this is something where I'm talking about economic success. Always make money from your talents. Always.
Oh.
Always, man. Always. That's
Always.
that's what the people at the top do, if there's a talent and there's something that's to be shown, people should pay for it. If you start making t-shirts and you start giving them out, you're not gonna be able to give them out for long if you're not making no money to make more.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So pay for it and support the movement. End of story.
Right. That's a fact.
Anything worth doing for a fee. Let's
that's
go.
a fact.
Come on.
That's a fact. And I kind of, but you heard what Jada and Fab said before the show was ended. Before the show ended. Oh, we got a caller. Hold on. Bars and Hoops Radio. Who's this?
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Union Square. What's the deal?
Union Square. What's going on?
Yo, what's going on, man? I just want to give my little real quick synopsis on that Freddie versus Jason thing.
Okay, talk about it.
All right. First, let's get something straight. Jadakiss is definitely one of the top 5 MCs I ever heard.
Yes,
I'm
he
going to put
is.
that down there like that, right? But at the same time, he do sound the same on everything that he does. That's
a fact.
just what it is. But what covers him up is his lyrics and his ability to put stuff together, what makes him hot. Now, Fabolous, in a way, if you went into them clubs, because most of y'all don't go in the clubs, if y'all went into the clubs, Fabolous was banging them clubs out. He was killing the clubs. He was running the clubs better than Jada, because he had the commercial success.
Yes, he did.
Jada, when it came down to the hood, Jada in the club, the hood, Jada hands down. When it comes to banging clubs, Fabolous got that. I'm sorry, I just got to put it out there. That's just what it is. But in this battle, the kid still won.
Thank you.
We get that. Word. So Tiny, man. Tiny, thank you for chiming in, champ. We appreciate you.
All right, no doubt, man. Stay up.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And also, man, I want to shout out my brother, Lava the Don. You know what I mean? He just
Yes, sir. It's good. It's good.
Beach. Yes, sir. So, moving on to the next topic, man. 50 Cent. No. Fans are pissed off at Virgil Abloh for the cover for Pop Smoke's debut album. So I invited Lava on the phone because Lava's down and he has a company called Lava Design House. And for those that don't know, he had one of those covers that was made for Pop Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
He had his featured on Complex and 50 Cent actually reposted it. Wow. So I kind of wanted our listeners to get an idea of who Virgil is and what Lava actually does as a designer. So Lava, please enlighten the people on who Virgil is and your journey and your situation with the Pop Smoke album cover.
Yeah, I got you. What's going on, people? God bless, first of all.
Yes, sir.
So Virgil is he used to run with Kanye West as like this is like his man's, you know what I'm saying, from Chicago, whatever. So what Virgil does is basically he owns Off-White and he's the head head designer for Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. So he used to So he used to do he did Kanye West Yeezus cover and like his stage designs and all that stuff. So typically you'd think, like he got it under control or whatever when it comes to that design department. So when he came through and I guess Stephen Victor and then wanted Pop Smoke to they wanted Virgil to do Pop Smoke cover and he did it, it just looked rushed, you know what I'm saying? Like it looked unfinished, it didn't look good. I mean, we saw it, everybody saw it. It didn't really look too good, you know what I'm saying? So so after the Versus joint with Jadakiss and Fab, I said I'm gonna just randomly try it out and put it out on social media and stuff. So I wanted to, because I'm from New York too, so I wanted to take in all that New York energy that I'm watching and all that stuff, and Pop Smoke is somebody who I listen to heavy, so it just meant a lot for me to even try that, you know what I'm saying? So I did it and posted it and woke up the next morning and I seen Complex magazine and 50 Cent posting it and stuff like that, and I was just like, I was shocked. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was my birthday. The amount of notifications I was getting, I thought it was my birthday. I was like, hold on. But it was amazing, you know what I'm saying? So like, just to say what I do is just the same thing as far as basically what Virgil does with graphic designing, and I have my own clothing line as well, like, and I'm about to start pushing in a minute. But like, I basically do what he do, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like the up and coming one, you know what I mean? And everybody says that. So
whoever you work with.
Yeah, and like when I work with that rapper designer from Brooklyn. I work with Joel Santana, French Montana. I work with BMW before. I work with Snapchat. I work with Def Jam. Just to say the least, There's a couple other clothing lines as well. Like I did some work for and stuff like that. I'm self-taught. Like I didn't go to school for none of this graphic design stuff. It was just literally YouTube. Like
bless.
YouTube University, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Real, man. Yeah, we got to get you on the show, man, and do a feature on you. Have a longer detailed interview with you, man. You know what I mean?
True indeed. I love to be on the show, man. I listen to this all the time.
No question.
So it'll be a blessing.
No question. Okay, Pop.
Is this a first? Is this a first that y'all have ever seen something like over an album cover? People get really like irate about it, or like is this the first time that anybody's ever seen that? Like I've never seen nobody say, "Yo, the cover was bad and we're gonna change it now." I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Yo, on the real, I've never seen that neither. Like it was too crazy. That was my first time seeing that. Like to see the reaction from the people saying like, "Nah, like what the hell is this?" You know what I mean? And I was shocked. I was like, "Yo, what the heck?" Like, I was mad that he even did it. Like I said, it's Pop Smoke, the man's, you know what I mean? He's going and stuff like that. So for you to put that out like that, the streets wasn't feeling it at all.
Yeah, I think
So it was just like,
because he passed away, man. A lot of people felt the way behind it. Anthony, how's Pop Smoke's buzz in London?
Popping. Listen, everyone's doing the dance, everything, the woo. Pop Smoke was popping.
Beat the woo.
Real.
Beat the woo.
Real.
Oh man.
That one touched me as well, you know. When he passed away, that affected me, man. That touched me because he was so young. He was at the peak of his career. Like, it just got me mad. And the whole story, but I don't want to talk about that anyway. Yeah, rest in peace to the G Young Pop Smoke, man.
Rest in peace,
like Nipsey Hussle.
Exactly.
True indeed.
Isn't the guy that produces beats from London, right?
The dude that makes the drill.
Axel.
I think so.
Is he?
Yeah.
Say it again, Lava.
Yeah.
He's from London.
Axel and 808 Mellow. Yeah, they from London.
808 Mellow. They from London. Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Wow.
so drill music originated in London.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like
Whoa.
they took basically Brooklyn took that sound with the producers and then, you know, brought it to New York and like put their twist to it, you know what I'm saying? But the beats and stuff is, I love the London producers, like that sound is so amazing, you know? So they put their own twist to it and like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wow, okay.
London something new every day.
Something new today, for sure. Shout out to Lava, man, for real, man. That's great.
For real. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man.
Love.
Lava. So look, man, we're gonna line something up for you, man, in the next couple of weeks or something, man. I'll hit you and let you know what it is, and we'll get more into detail with everything, all right?
Yes.
All right, most definitely. God bless you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. All right. Yeah, Anthony, I'm sorry, man. So, moving along, man. 21 Savage launches a free online financial literacy program for teens amid COVID-19 pandemic. Pop, talk about it.
Now, 21 Savage has expanded his mission to help underserved children during the pandemic. As a direct response to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Grammy Award winner rapper announced he is launching a multi-tier expansion of his Juma Bank Account financial literacy program that offers financial resources nationwide. He is making a $25,000 donation to the city of Atlanta's ATL Strong COVID-19 Relief Fund, established by Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, and is launching a bank account at home, a free online financial literacy resource through a partnership with mobile banking services provider Chime and education technology platform EverFi. For the past 2 years, 21 Savage has partnered with award-winning national financial literacy nonprofit Juma for this youth-focused financial literacy program called Bank Account. This is what we need.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
This is what we need. And you know what?
Yes. Shout out to 21 Savage.
Yes. Shout out to 21 Savage. You know, I was having this debate a little while ago. They was talking about why these things are not being taught in school. Yes. And I had to remind them.
Why is that?
But I felt like, you know what? If they taught them this in school, what would they charge $100,000 for at some of these Ivy League schools? Because a lot of times, these are the information that they give them point blank.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, and not that that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Not that that's a good thing. I mean, ultimately, everybody should have this knowledge.
Of course.
And this is leading back to what you said earlier, Mr. Yarde, about not being able to make it out.
Yes.
Because that knowledge is a factor.
Definitely.
That knowledge is a fact. If you don't know what APR means on a credit score, if you on your credit card, if you don't know the interest rates on buying homes and your bank account, these are the things that keep us where we are. This is the kind of stuff that should be put out all the time. Shout to 21 Savage. Shout to
his father is
big salute.
His parents is from Britain, I think.
Yeah,
British.
Right,
too.
they are British.
And is a doctor.
Yeah,
his father's
they are
a doctor.
doctors. Yeah, they're
Smart.
very smart. Yes. Yeah.
Smart.
Now, you know, Anthony, so I was going to say, with just hearing that about from 21 Savage, everything over there where you're at is hyperinflated. Now, we have some options here, and we have access to information. How possibly over there, with taxes being so high, can anyone in the ghetto really just, make it out? Like, it seems like when I was over there, I was like, my girl was an accountant, and I made more money than her. And I was like, how does that work? That's crazy.
Do you know what it is? I feel like it's crazy because America, it's so much bigger than England. England is tiny compared to America. I think a couple of your states is equivalent to the whole of England.
Texas and California.
So, it's very small. So, I don't know, man. It's like everyone talks about everyone talks about the problems, but very few got the answer to the solutions. And for me, I feel like the solution starts within yourself. Once you educate yourself, once you put yourself in a position where you're out of it, then you can help others. So that's what someone like myself, that's what I do. I've made something of myself in boxing. I'm going to continue to do that. But as much as I can, I try to give back. I try to pass on my knowledge to children, you know, the younger generation, because the younger generation are going to be the ones that to make the change. Not when you talk to an adult, sometimes they're all stuck in their ways. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear it. They're not trying to hear it. And they're only going to go by their experience. So their experience is going to be how they see life, you know. And then they're going to obviously, it's the children you need to get. Once you can talk to the children and make the children understand that, look, you need to be paying attention in school, and then from school you need to be trying to find yourself in a situation where you can access knowledge. There's so much knowledge out there nowadays, yeah. It's just about going to look for it. You can now get a degree on YouTube.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I believe that. I learned a lot about boxing on YouTube. You know, when I first started, I was watching YouTube, I'm studying. So I say to these kids, I'm like, anything you want to know about, if you want to know about houses, I'm getting into that sector now, learning about properties and investments and all them kind of things. I'm learning on YouTube. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of people they're on YouTube listening to music, playing games, you know, my little brother right now. This Roblox nonsense.
Oh, don't let my son.
It's out there. Do you get what I'm saying? All this Fortnite stuff, they're putting their attention onto something when other information is out there. Do you get what I'm saying? So it just depends what you look for.
That's a fact. You got to have a YouTube scholarship.
Yeah.
It's real. Yeah. It's real.
But y'all heard Lava just tell y'all he was self-taught on Photoshop.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And exactly. Look, he made it to where Def Jam was knocking on his door. He worked with Kanye. Well, he worked with all of these people from being self-taught, learning on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That is the American dream, right?
Thank you.
Universal dream, man.
Universal dream.
All over, man.
Shout out
Web
to
is worldwide.
No American dream.
Come on.
We ain't on that type of time.
It's so crazy though, like, and just seeing like us as Black people around, like in different countries around the world, we have the same mentality sometime over the same thing. Like I went over there, even to your country, and I'm like, man, they Jordan crazy over here, like sneaker crazy, like we all over here. Like our priorities is the same, no matter what country. Like, you know, like I see mad BMWs, I see mad Benzes. I'm like, yo, have these people don't even.
Benzes are cabs in London, by the way.
But still, you know,
there's a lot of money out there.
You get a Benz, I mean, Benz is a Benz at the end of the day, you know. Like, so
no, do you know what it is? I'll tell you the difference. In America, the reason why a Benz is so much more expensive is because it's deported. Remember where Benz come from Germany, so Germany isn't too far from England. So more people over here will have a German car. So to get a German car in, like you guys, you got the Cadillacs and all them cars. We would love to have them cars over here. If someone's got them cars over here,
Escalade, yeah.
Exactly. If everyone's got Escalade over here, we're like, raw, like, yeah, that's a big boy car. It's about, that's what it's about. It's about it getting deported and how much that costs and all them kind of things. That's why someone having a Mercedes in America, you're like, yeah, he's the shit. Yeah. I got a Mercedes, but it's cheaper for me to get a Mercedes than it would be for someone in America to get a Mercedes. You get it?
But Anthony, like, we gotta say this though. A S-Class is a S-Class at the end of the day.
True.
Keep it real. Like,
you ain't driving no C-Class.
Like, how many people, like, y'all have, like, we have projects over here, right? And y'all have, like, lower income housing. Y'all have something similar to the projects, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen even a Range Rover outside the projects? You know, our priorities seem like it's the same no matter where we go.
Yes. It's so true, and it's like, obviously I grew up in a certain area, so I've got a lot of friends. You know, I've got friends that grew up doing the wrong thing. They made a lot of money from doing the wrong thing, but they're still doing the wrong thing. And these are the kind of conversations I have with some of my friends. I'm like, why don't you educate yourself and try and put your money into something else? Again, I'm not condoning anything illegal, but I'm saying, why are you going to continue to do the same thing? Wait until you get shot, or wait until you end up in prison to change your life around. Do you get what I'm saying? Why not make a positive change? And it's like me. I've made something of my life through boxing, yeah. if I still had that mentality, I'll be doing nonsense. I'll be doing bad things, or I'll be still involving myself with the wrong kind of people who are going to influence me to do wrong things. I feel like it's about your mentality. That's why I scream so much about mentality and lines in the camp and all them kind of things. So mentality for me is everything. Mindset. If you can be broke, like once upon a time I was broke. When I say no money, I told you that I was bumping train or jumping over the train barrier to get on the train.
They don't play over there with the London Underground. I know.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. You're in prison over that kind of thing. So
wow.
It's like everything's mentality, and you can be broke from you adopt that mentality to what you're putting your time into, the kind of things you're researching. What are you watching every day? What are you spending your time doing? Slowly but gradually, you're gonna raise. So I always say to people, when you change your mentality, you change your life. That's it.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Speaking of influence, man, what's your thoughts on Tekashi 6ix9ine? Because Nicki Minaj. We're gonna get to my man Zah to talk about him and Nicki Minaj.
Bro, you're not gonna make me end up on something thing.
Unbelievable. Last week, while celebrating his victory with Nicki Minaj, 6ix9ine went on a rant. Did not tell you, he started screaming the N-word.
See?
Tekashi began celebrating on the clip on Instagram, talking about, I can't be blackballed. You the N-word. I can't be blackballed. Y'all try to blackmail me. Look at me now. I'm number one. He then starts to go in on a few other rappers.
And number one on the debut. He was the number one debut on the Billboard Top 100. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
He then proceeds to go on a few rappers that he claims had his name in their mouth that never went number one.
Okay.
So he names Meek Mill for once. He says, Meek Mill, you've been in the game almost 10 years, never went number one. He says, Future, you got a lot of songs with Drake, my friend, never went number one. He went on Little Durk, G Herbo, and what's this other guy's name?
Yeah.
He went in on those MCs and he went bragging. Just bragging, going on, talking about he's going on a 7-day rant, and anybody who don't like it better unfollow him now.
And he made history.
Right. But he also made history falling from the number one in 2 weeks, down from one to number 34. And we haven't seen him on the internet since. What's going on, 6ix9ine? And Nikki, question for you: why are you defending his behavior?
Yeah, that's crazy. So how did London react to Tekashi 6ix9ine?
There's a lot of mixed emotions. A lot of people that just don't like him no more and all them kind of things. I say this year. I know it's a topic. I just blacklist this guy, man. I don't want to talk about him now.
That's good.
Obviously, he's always going to be 6ix9ine. Right now he's got all this following. He's making all this money. Come out of prison from. There's different. You have to break it down. Yeah, look, he's saying that he's screaming the N-word. I've had a problem with that from the beginning.
Yeah,
from the beginning. Yeah, I don't even like hearing black people say it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I've elevated my way of thinking and my understanding of the word, and I don't even like hearing black people say it no more. So when you're seeing him say it, and you see when this whole Black Lives Matter thing was going on, yeah, I went on his page because I used to follow him. I said, let me see if this guy said anything to see if he's supporting the movement.
Yeah.
He ain't said nothing, but he's still there screaming, nigga this, nigga, or an N-word this, N-word that.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the way he was moving, so I unfollowed him. I don't want to support that kind of behavior.
That's what's up.
So after that, I'm seeing all these other things. Then I'm seeing Nicki Minaj. I unfollowed Nicki Minaj as well. Because I'm just like, it's because I follow people who I'm supporting. I think it's a support mechanism. I rate people who have come up. I might not agree with everything they do. 6ix9ine in the beginning, I was following him. Yeah. He's entertaining. He's very entertaining. Right. I didn't agree with him saying the N-word and things like that, but he was very entertaining. And again, when you go to certain parts in America, a lot of Puerto Ricans and they say the N-word and it's not. No one says anything about it. So I thought it's a kind of thing. But with him,
that's sad. We don't even see that.
Do you get what I'm saying? With him, I took a bit more of offense because he wasn't trying to support no movement. Do you get what I'm saying? Not that you have to post about it or anything like that, but when that situation came about, he was very quiet, but he's quick to call other people the N-word when he's degrading them. I don't like that. Talking about Future and have you ever been number one? Meat Mill, have you ever been number one? But he don't want to ever give props to the people that brought him through. He snitched, yeah? He snitched. No. This is real. In London,
That's 100%.
we don't like this in London either. We don't, he switched, yeah, and his thing was this: cool. These people done this to me. These people done that to me. But at the same time, you was portraying that you're living that lifestyle. So if you're portraying that you're living that lifestyle,
he said he's staying in the lifestyle.
But Anthony, you gotta. But one thing too, did you see the video when he first got out of jail? That troll video with the rainbow hair, with the mouse, the giant rat,
with the wig.
The man, like
no, that was
he wasn't in jail like that.
No, but
he was a solitary, right?
I'm just talking about with him doing that.
Yeah, he's mocking
that gives. Don't you think that gives the youth a bad way of thinking? Where it's like, well, you know what? I can do dirt on the street, and I'm gonna go tell and be like Tekashi, and I'm gonna get a record deal. You see, like it's all mind control.
Absolutely, and that's the biggest problem I had with it. If you are living a lifestyle, you need to know that there's consequences for your actions. Plain and simple. Don't be going around screaming, "Oh yeah, this person," and you're screaming Treyway, and then the next thing you know, no, do you get what I'm saying? And then when things go wrong, you're snitching because you wasn't snitching when you're calling them people for help. Or when you're calling people saying, I'm in trouble, I need protection. But then nothing's going wrong. He was crying according to 50%.
Did you see?
You're crying like a bitch. Well, these situations get me mad because people are there saying, oh yeah, but these people did this to him, these people did that to him. Yeah, but I could understand if they were bullying him, they kidnapped him, and he didn't have no say. He was a free man. He was making money, screaming their name. Yes. He was using them as protection when he was getting himself in problems. He was acting gangster. He was doing all these things, So when things go wrong now, you want to start snitching. You're a pussy. So I don't want to talk like that, honestly.
That's it.
I don't want to land.
That's it.
No.
We ain't got to talk about it no more. I like it.
Lions in the can.
Lions in the can. You know what I'm saying?
That's
when you talk about the youth, when you start talking about the youth look up to anyone. They look up to me. They look up to anyone that's in a public eye. So when you get this idiot, this little child, because he's a child, when you get a child, doing all these things and dyeing his hair and doing all these things, you get other little idiots looking up to him saying, yo, we can do it too.
That is a jewel.
Yeah.
That's why.
You get what I'm saying?
Could you see how fast he ran? Did you see that clip where the girl accidentally took a picture of him taking pictures on the balcony? Yeah. And then when that went viral, all these people started showing up to the apartment complex, and they got his ass out of here.
He had to go. Mm-hmm. That's enough for him, man. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Dad.
And that's why I reached out to you and wanted you on here, because I know I follow you, and I said, for a while I was like, and I talked to Danielle so forth. I was like, you don't tap dance, and that's the number one thing I respect about you as an athlete and just as a man. I was just like, that's what we don't. That's why we invite people up. We don't invite everybody up.
He ain't worried about
love.
He ain't worried about Tekashi anyway. You seen that bag work he was doing on that bag?
Yeah, word.
Tekashi don't want none of that smoke.
The one I saw with him a minute straight.
Yeah, a minute straight on that bag.
You need to train all these guys.
Watch your mouth.
Oh boy. I'm about to go on a diet, man. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? So Anthony, man, we had a part of our show, man, that we call Swish It or Dish It, man. So we play some unheard of music, and we play mainstream music, and we go around the table, and we basically say, we gonna swish that or we gonna dish it. And I seen you swish that 3-point shot for some money the other day. So I got a little jump shot, you know what I mean?
Got some pounds.
Give me more money, B.
Give me more money. So JOJ, what we got on the list?
The opioid era.
Opioid era?
The opioid era, sorry. Pre-game freestyle.
Let's go.
Fire. Shout out to Pharaoh Monch. That was Pharaoh Monch and Styles P. It's called Same-ish, Different Toilet. And as you can tell, the topic was about slaves being hung and, you know what I'm saying, him fighting against Klansmen and stuff like that. So, Anthony, since you're the guest judge on the show, you switching that or you dishing that?
I'm switching that.
Switching that.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the kind of tune. It wasn't commercial, but it had a good message, and the beat was cold.
Yes, the beat was cold. That is a fact.
I'm switching that as well. Dez, what you doing with that?
The nose hunter is going to switch that.
Okay, Zal, what you doing with that?
3-pointer.
Word up, the beat on the switch.
Come on.
The beat was fire.
Yeah, JOJ, what you doing with that?
I'm gonna switch that.
All right, so you gonna get to that opioid era now?
Yeah, I got it now.
All right, let's go, Jay. Spin that. Oh, woo. Shout out to the opioid era, man. Virginia, you know what I mean? Anthony, what you doing with that? You switching that or dishing that and parting the N-words. I know we just spoke about N-words, but you know the music, man, is the music. You know what I mean?
The music's the music, man.
Thoughts?
You know what? I'll switch it. I like the flow. He has some good punchlines in there as well.
Yes, sir.
I'll switch that, man. I'll switch that.
That's what's up, man. I'm switching that as well. Dez, what you doing with that?
Return of the boom bap. I'm switching
Return of the boom bap. Zai, what you doing with that?
Switching that, definitely.
Definitely switching that. You heard that track?
All right.
Yeah,
J.O.J., what you doing with that?
Man, I'm gonna switch that.
And we got one more, right?
Yeah, Conrad, right?
Conway the Machine. Front lines. I had to let that go because
Yeah.
that's the message. What's your thoughts
Yeah.
on you switching the dish and that?
I'm 100% switching it. The only thing I would say, the only thing I would say, a little bit of criticism, is that because the verses were so fire,
Yes.
they needed a better chorus. The chorus needed to be more, because that could have went commercial. That was a tune. But definitely switch.
The chorus.
Like Anthony.
He's a producer on the low.
Yeah, you got to get us some of your people's music out there too, man. So we can play it on the station, man. You know what I mean?
Nah, definitely.
What you doing with that, Dez?
I'm switching it. I agree with the chorus though. It was a little dry.
Yeah.
Left hand.
I'm switching. You know where I live with that.
Yes, sir.
Conway.
I almost was gonna dish that, but the second verse got me.
Yeah.
And I'm switching
The
that.
second verse was powerful.
Yeah, the second verse was powerful.
That's why I said let it rock, because I knew that first verse, people were like, nah, get that out of here. But the second verse,
The beat was hard.
the second verse had a message in it, man, and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And it's about the message in the music. And like Anthony said, man, we gotta, tone down the N-word a lot, man. Stop using it because we only give it power. You know what I mean?
That's 100%.
So Anthony, man, we come to the point of our show where it's the end, man. We appreciate you for
Yes,
staying
sir.
on with
Yes,
us,
sir,
man. One of the best guests so far, man. You go down in Boston, Radio, for real. You know what I mean? Yes.
Like I said, thank you very much. Thank you to yourself and Danielle for coming and showing love to us.
Shout out to Danielle.
Sorry about the early technical difficulties. I was Instagram. I'm like,
he said, yo, there's no UK link. I'm like, what? The UK number? I'm like, what?
I'm a Virgo, so I get anxiety. I'm like, oh.
And I start sweating when I get nervous. I'm over here like, damn, I'm trying to
Only when you get nervous.
Only when you get nervous.
Right.
Hey, can I just say this though, yeah?
Yes, sir.
You've never heard me say this on the interview before. This is probably the best show I've been on.
Wow. Thank you, man.
And that's real. That's real. This is the most.
Appreciate you, brother.
This is the realest, the best put together. Look, you're all there on your. This is the best show I've been on. I can't never lie.
That means a lot, man.
That means a lot to us.
And I've enjoyed myself as well.
We're gonna we're gonna definitely we're gonna stay in contact with you because we want you back on too.
I'll be back on anytime. Brother,
and
thank you, brother.
And tell Kieran I'm coming back to the UK and I want that work again. And I want to stay down with Tunde. Tunde definitely is very, very entertaining.
Yes.
Definitely, we definitely want to support your brand.
Love.
We're for you at Bars and Hoops Radio.
Yes,
you had like many athletes, shot us down and was like, yeah, whatever. You guys are not on, they wanted them other type of shows where they just get, exposed and all that stuff. But we're not out there with a lot of community. And definitely here to support other black brands, other black, athletes and public figures. So I'll definitely stay in touch with you. I'm already following. We at Bars and Hoops will be following you.
That's right.
And can you tell everyone where they can find you?
Yes.
On social media?
Instagram will be Mr. Anthony Yarde. Most of my other socials are all pointed from there anyway. So yeah, it's just basically my name in it and the brand Anthony Yarde. Lions in the camp,
Lions in the camp.
The ghost in the darkness.
Yo, man, Anthony, man, thank you again for checking in with us, man. We definitely keep in touch with you, man. Salute.
Most definitely.
And we wish you the best on everything that you got moving forward. You
Thank
know what I
you.
mean?
Appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir.
And you too, man. Thank you.
All right, man. You got it.
Later.
Love.
So, fellas, Pop, man, you got to get to that good word, man. And we're going to let JOJ take us out of here.
All right, let's go. So the good word of the week,
let's go,
is going to be, it is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light.
Hey!
Yes.
That's actually pretty strong.
That's my next caption. That is my next
We had a little more on that.
Preach.
Okay.
Preach.
It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. I've actually read Anthony Yarde's story recently about the passing of your grandmother and your father.
Yes.
And, I definitely understand I'm guessing that's when you see the best light, is when you're in your darkest moment. And that goes for everybody out here, man. Just when you in your darkest moment, sometimes you just gotta put everything to the side and focus on what you really want and go for it.
Talk that talk.
Tunnel vision.
So on that note, Stills the Great, Pop the Bearded One.
Let's get it.
Zai Flair,
sir.
Des Webb,
Peace.
and DJ JOJ. We are Bars and Hoops Radio, and we're signing off. Peace to Anthony Yarde.
Thank you, Mr. Yarde.
Love.
Love.